Good morning and welcome to the County of Berrien. It is a pleasure to have you all here this morning as we conduct the Committee of the Whole meeting. Just a bit of housekeeping as a reminder, turn off or silence all electronic devices. Any materials that you wish to have distributed to the board, please do so by giving it to our Sergeant at Arms, which is Commissioner Jim Curran. And during public comment, if you wish to address the board, please do so by going to the podium, state your name, jurisdiction, and you'll have 2 minutes to speak. With that, we will do a roll call.
Bell.
Here.
Curran.
Here.
Freeling.
Present.
Harrison.
Here.
Hinkleman.
Here.
Majerick.
Here.
Here.
Pittsburgh.
Present.
Walrath.
Here.
Warfel. Here. Yarborough. Elliott. Madam Chair, we have 11 present.
Thank you. We have a quorum. Looking on the agenda, moving down, approval of the minutes from March 21st of 2024. I would entertain a motion. Commissioner Pitchford made that motion. Is there support? Support by Commissioner Volrath. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Minutes are approved. Requisition review.
Good morning. Does anybody have any questions about the requisitions? Perfect, thank you.
Awesome. Moving right along, we come to that point in the agenda for public comments. If there's anyone from the public that wishes to address the board, please do so by coming to the podium.
George McManus, Benton Township. Good morning. As you know, I'm running for the Berrien County Drain Commissioner seat, but I have some thoughts as a private citizen to share with you today. Last Thursday, I watched your meeting from home on YouTube. There were several questions asked by commissioners about the drain office, and I trust that you as elected officials will practice your due diligence and study the situation. Taxpayer money is being spent, so these are appropriate concerns. The Michigan Drain Code gives one person, the drain commissioner, vast authority to manage county drains. Do our neighboring counties, Cass and Van Buren, face the same challenges with their drain offices? If not, what's different between those counties and Berrien County? Maybe something can be learned by reaching out to our neighbors. The problem for you as elected officials could be that the public will think you are not watching how their money is being spent, when in fact your hands are tied. Spending by the drain office could be blamed on you, and I don't think that's fair. Please inform the public how drain projects are funded and how you, as a separate governing body, do not determine how the drain office operates. And further, please explain what oversight you have over the drain commissioner, if any. The public needs to know. The news media should also perform its intended purpose and help inform the public of your findings. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Is there anyone else from the public that wishes to address the board? Yes, sir.
Good morning, Rick Bria, Mouse Township. Last time I was here, I got rushed at the end of what I was saying, and so did several other people. This 2-minute time limit that you guys have isn't enough for the public to get their message across. I have to drive for 35 minutes to get here, and I wait through whatever it is you guys are doing that day. Sometimes it's nonsense, sometimes it's not. But if I take the time out of my day to come up here, I at least want 3 minutes to talk to you guys. That's the case at most places. And some places don't even have a time limit at all. I went to Buchanan Monday night. They don't have a time limit at all. People can talk as long as they want. If they get tired of listening, they say, you know, we've had enough. But when people are communicating with their representative government, they need time to be able to get their message across. So appreciate if you guys can consider that. Thanks.
Thank you for your comments. Is there anyone else from the public that wishes to address the board? All right, hearing none, we'll move on to the scheduled discussion item, and I'm going to turn it over to you, Brian.
Members of the board, I've sent out a couple of reminders today. An inspection of the mobile command unit will be provided to the Board of Commissioners. To the members of the public, the plan for this morning is we'll have a short update from the Sheriff's Office on the acquisition of the mobile command unit. This is something that's been years in the making. After that presentation occurs, the intent is to break and allow the commissioners to head towards the sheriff's office, to the parking lot directly across the street from the jail. We will be somewhat rushed as you all, as commissioners, and will need to be back here for 9:15 for the start of your various committee meetings. So with that said, I'll refer to the sheriff.
Thank you very much. And thank you to the commissioners. As you know, it was a couple of years ago, we had the old mobile command that was not roadworthy and some coverage on that. So, but that tool, it was a tool very important to our operation, different events that we do to have that mobile command when needed. So we appreciate the support of the commissioners in the project. Like a lot of things, it has taken a little longer for this one to be built. But I want to commend Captain Adams, and I'll have him come up this time to give a little more detail, and the emergency management staff that really took on this project in developing it, and specifically to Sergeant Dave Albers, who will be over there for the tour, in really collaborating between all of our special teams to get input into what is done. I think Rocky will say the company we used was very responsive in building it, and you'll see from the tour, the functionality of the mobile command. It is bigger. That's why when some say, why is it not in the parking lot out here? We would be taking a bunch of spots. So it is 40 foot long. So it's actually just a little longer than the hazmat fire truck that we have. But when you see what besides out the capabilities of the vehicle, just a thank you. And we'll, the biggest thing is to make sure it's used and available when needed. And I'll let Captain Adams give you the details.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you, commissioners, for having us here. I've got a video here to be able to show you too the walkthrough of the vehicle, maybe. There we go. Particularly for anybody that's not able to get over there. I'll just have it loop as I talk. So yesterday we had sat through a meeting doing some quality assurance for some communications and command on a call. And one of the stories that I'd really like to share would be that the fire chief was listening to radio traffic, and it got really, really, really busy. And he didn't hear that his crews were evacuating a building where the roof was collapsing, right? So the roof was collapsing. They reported that back out. He did not hear that fact. He did hear that they were getting out. And so he was making a point during that meeting that, he has learned through his time that these chaotic events, when you're in command and you're really trying to work as a team to be able to make important decisions for the safety of your responders as well as the public, it is good to be able to remove yourself from that urgency and from, everything that's going on in front of you. There's almost too much going on for your brain to be able to take in everything and make, really sound decisions. And so he talked about how he's been trained to go to his car so that he could actually, hear what's going on, kind of calm down and be able to make good decisions. Well, when we have major events that happen, like maybe a barge hits a bridge and it collapses or something like that, you need more people. And you're not going to fit in the fire chief's car, right? So you need appropriate resources to be able to come together and manage that incident. So that's really the overarching need for this type of vehicle. So you'll see that there is a lot more space than we had before. We had retrofitted like a 1979-ish Winnebago. That's what the former one was. The floor was getting really squishy. Door was held on by duct tape, that kind of stuff. So having a more modern truck that is custom built for that purpose is something that we're very appreciative of, and we know that it's going to be a good resource for a good number of years. As the sheriff had mentioned, LDV, they've got two divisions within their manufacturing process. One is that they have a contract with Snap-on Tools to build their trucks. And so they build, somewhere around 500 of those a year. And then they really support law enforcement, police, fire, EMS, and they've opened up a separate division for specialty vehicles. So very quality made and, you know, they do know what they're doing when it comes to building these. So it's got a lot of tech in it. You'll see when you get over there, the ability to be able to have cameras so that you have those scene views, to be able to see what's going on from different angles. A lot of networking that'll go in there when it comes to computer and data transfer. We can bring in people to the network. So if they don't particularly work for the sheriff's office, it's not a problem for us. We can bring their phones or laptops into the network and be able to share either video feeds or plans or maps or whatever it might be that they need. And even responders in the field would be able to cast back information as they're seeing it. So with that, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time here because really the main event is just going and seeing it really at the end of the day. So we want to make sure that we leave enough time for that. But are there any questions that I can take care of now, or we can hold them and talk to them there too? So if you got anything, let me know.
Are there any questions for Rocky? All right, no, hearing none, I guess we will
So,
move
yep, here, so
over to
the,
the command.
you'll adjourn this meeting and
Yep.
then head to the parking lot and then just everyone, keep an eye on your watches. You still get your parent committees at 9:15.
Yeah, make certain that we're back here in time. So we stand adjourned.